Good morning, everyone. A few things just to reflect on this morning. Today is the feast of Saint Cyril and Saint Methodius. They were brothers. Saint Cyril was a monk, and Saint Methodius was a bishop. And some of you might be saying, hang on, wait a bit. Have you not heard about Saint Valentine? Well, you see, the problem with Saint Valentine is that in investigation, there was found to be not an awful lot of credibility to what is believed about Saint Valentine. I think he's probably been made more popular by commerce than by religious factors. He's the only kind of interaction that was suggested along an emotional level would be where Valentine wrote a letter to somebody and he said, "From your Valentine." And people have said, "Oh, that sounds very sweet." Kind of like, people make the Easter Bunny popular. Why? Because they can sell Easter eggs. And St. Valentine, unfortunately, I think got caught up with that one as well. Today, the saints that remember lived in about the 9th century in the area of Thessalonica and Moravia. They were born there. Then went off and evangelized in other parts of the country. They were quite good scholars. Very learned, and in fact they translated some of the liturgical texts into other languages of the people, making it available to them. Cyril died earlier, and Methodius was basically called back home and continued his work there. But looking again at the book of Genesis, which we picked up on yesterday briefly, and it's chapter 6 and 7 today, it sounds quite funny. In the book of Genesis, the Lord regretted having made man on earth. And that was what caused him to want to cause the great flood. He wanted to basically wipe out the whole of humanity. And it was through negotiation and so forth that he was persuaded not to. Nevertheless, Noah was told to go and build an ark. And it says in the Bible it took him 7 days to do it. Now, if you had a look at the size of the ark and the amount of animals he had to get onto that thing, it would have taken a lot longer than 7 24-hour periods. I think we're reminded again about the symbolic factor of numbers in the book, in the Bible, particularly in the Old Testament. And so it didn't take him literally 7 days. It would take him a long period and a perfect period of time. We see that also there was the number 40 pops up, the 40 days of the flood and the 40 years of the chosen people wandering through the desert and the 40 days that Jesus spent in the desert. All of those factors, the numbers, are meant to be symbolic, not literal. So let us remember that Jesus did these things, at least God did these things in order to choose his people, in order to give recognition to them being special. So today we pray that we are amongst that flock and that we will remain those that God has chosen, and that he will bless us with his peace. You have a wonderful day. We'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.